And we will also talk about how do you get started with a business or get started with an idea. How do you innovate, what kind of design skills you must have, what kind of critical skills you must have, critical thinking skills you must have, and what kind of failures you must probably possess tomorrow, what kind of issues you might come up with tomorrow. We will also talk about innovation and what kind of innovation are currently growing in countries like India, and how do you actually get started with these skills. Okay, we will concentrate more on these kind of sides of understanding. So here, if you can see, this is one of the very much interesting dialogue which I've come across in my career. So, as you all already saw the movie called as Three Idiots, probably if you don't, please go and watch it after this session right away. So, in movie Three Idiots, when the director was actually thinking of concluding this entire movie with a single word, he has come up with this dialogue called as "Pursue excellence, and success will follow you." Okay, it means like it's very big dialogue. Okay, it's not that simple to digest or understand these things. It's very critical, understandable content. So when he says that pursue the excellence, not success, what is the difference between becoming excellence and becoming successful? So most of the people, most of the students also, when I meet usually, they always talk about becoming successful in career or earning, or probably having a position, having a name, or doing something with their life, or they wanted to achieve something. They always talk about becoming successful. Success, they treat it as a designation. Okay, they treat it as a place where you would like to go. But success is not a place where you have to go, or not a place where you should be. It's all about becoming excellence in something. And when you become excellent in something, then all the other things fall under the success. So I'll tell you an example. For example, if you like to become successful in earning money, let's say having 100 crores of rupees in your account is success to you. It's nothing wrong thinking that I should have 100 crores rupees in my bank account. It's very good. But if you start doing things accordingly by keeping 100 crores in your mind, you're not going to go anywhere. So it's simply that do not concentrate on becoming successful, concentrate on becoming excellence. So if you like to earn 100 crores rupees, where you should be excellent. Okay, let's say I will be able to earn 100 crores by delivering a lecture, or becoming a teacher, or maybe pursuing or investing in Bitcoin, or maybe I'll invest in some stocks. Okay, I'll do multiple things, and then I'll think over how I can actually improvise it and make things go in a loop. So if I am not thinking about becoming excellent in fundings or investings or doing some sort of work, I don't deserve to be successful basically. So let us not concentrate on money, and money is always a byproduct. Okay, skill is what you have to concentrate on. If you learn skill, everything else which you feel success, everything else which you feel as success will automatically come down. So let us clearly understand that there is a clear bifurcation between becoming successful and becoming excellence in any domain. So I don't want you to think over becoming successful or earning this or getting into this, getting a name or doing this, that. Do not ever concentrate on that. Just concentrate on the process. Just concentrate on the process. Just try to become excellence on any work which you're doing. Then automatically you'll be able to get down to the place where you want to be. If you're talking about entrepreneurship, as I said, that it is all about entrepreneurship and critical thinking and everything. So basically, if you talk about the core definition of entrepreneurship, if you go and ask anyone who is becoming an entrepreneur, then they'll define entrepreneurship as a model like this. They'll say that it's basically innovative model, okay, which can solve a problem, creating a startup with the limited resources. If you talk about entrepreneur, this is how you will listen to, right? But in my opinion, entrepreneurship is very simple. It's basically understanding an opportunity and trying to solve that particular problem. If you cannot solve a problem, do not call yourself as an entrepreneur. There is a problem in the society. Okay, people were actually recognizing that is a problem, then they are working on it, then that is called as becoming an entrepreneur. There is a clear difference between businessman, entrepreneur, and an industrialist. You must understand that. Okay, do not vaguely call yourself as an entrepreneur if you're not resolving a particular problem which is being faced by the people out there. If you're building something which is actually creating a kind of problem solving environment, then you have to call yourself as an entrepreneur. Then only you will be actually helping the society as well. Now, if you want me to explain entrepreneurship in again in maybe in any other domain, or how does the society look entrepreneurs as, is that society look them as somebody who is diving out of a cliff. Okay, somebody who's dying out of a cliff, he's on air, he doesn't know whether he'll fall down at what time, he doesn't know whether things are favorable to him, he doesn't know anything, he's just jumping out of a cliff. Okay, he obviously going to hit the ground, and we do not know the impact, we do not know whether it is going to be maybe turning up to be a good event or bad event. We never know. Every entrepreneur will face this situation at one point of their life. They do not know that where they have come up to, they do not know that way what exactly they are doing with their life. They feel like I am just jumping out of a cliff and I don't know where I am reaching out to. So you must be ready to face this kind of critical situations in your career as well. If you're choosing to become an entrepreneur tomorrow, if you're choosing to start your business tomorrow, you must be ready to feel this kind of environment. You must be able to ready to face this kind of environment. And if you want me to go to different stages of creating or understanding or implementing critical design, critical thinking, or maybe stabilizing your skills into one domain, these are all the four stages I would actually say that, which needs to be a key factor for everyone. The very first key is have an idea, and then try to conceptualize that idea. So what I mean by conceptualizing an idea, I may have a very good idea. Okay, I may have a very good idea which can be $1 billion idea, but if I could not deliver it, or I could not explain it to the people who are coming up in my direction, that makes no sense. Even if you have an idea, if you're not conceptualizing that idea, it makes no sense. This is where exactly where the design thinking comes into picture. So design thinking is, now I'll define what it is actually. Design thinking is an art, or you can call it as a science as well. There is nothing wrong in calling it as science. Uh, just hold on for a minute. I guess I'll have to switch my internet to some other. Sorry. Uh, Give me a second. All right. So at this point, we will be able to talk about ideation. We'll be able to talk about conceptualization. How do you conceptualize? You have an idea, but how do you deliver it? How do you express it to people? How do you make them understand what your idea actually is all about? That is where you will concentrate on design thinking. So we will talk about it further, but let me just cover everything, and then we will go slow and slow, step by step. Now, when you talk about commitment, okay, this is where the critical thinking will come into picture. So the reason being, we might have an idea, we might think that this idea will work, but during working on the same thing for over and over, and after a period of time, you will not be able to convince yourself that this is the billion dollar idea. I'll tell you an example. For example, if I want to build maybe a product, okay, I let's say I have a product. Let's say I have this pouch, okay. So when I was having an idea of creating a pouch to mobile case, and I feel that key mobile needs to have a protection, and mobile should be able to wear this pouches. Everybody should purchase this pouches such that I'll be able to protect my mobile phones. Let's say this is my idea, okay. But when I want to implement it as a reality, so many things will come into picture. For example, nowadays mobiles are becoming so strong that even if you're breaking it on ground, it is not going to be a problem. Earlier we used to have Nokia mobiles, we are all aware of that, right? So all these Nokia early models were like, you can throw it from a cliff also, it will not going to break. So people are creating new products out there. uh, Excuse me. I'm so